What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Shakur Stevenson in the news. Some unfortunate news for some, may not be as unfortunate for others, but the Shakur versus Joe Cordina fight is canceled. I don't know if it's canceled or postponed. I'm not gonna lie. I hope it's canceled. But due to an injury that Shakur Stevenson suffered during the sparring session with his hands and whatnot, and stuff like this happens, bro. Shakur has been talking about having certain injuries or leaking injuries that have taken place, which could be due to some of his, not due, but it could be the reason for some of his performance not being him not being as offensively minded as we would like for him to be, or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and give you my thoughts as to what he should do coming back. All right. So shout out to secondsout.com. It says Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina title fight off due to injury. He's had an immediate surgery. All right. Shakur Stevenson starts his new promotional deal has taken a major hit. The 27-year-old from Newark won the vacant WBC lightweight world title against Edwin De Los Santos last November. His second fight in the division after success at featherweight and super featherweight before making his first successful defense against Artem Herwanga was just 2 months ago. That win was the final bout in a long-term contract with Top Rank, and the three-weight world title champion decided to look elsewhere promotionally. He settled signing with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom for his next two fights, being former super featherweight and world title against Joe Cordina on the Artur Beterbiev Dmitry Bivol card next month. It will now not take place due to an injury on Shakur's part, something he has struggled with in the past. A statement from Matchroom read, due to a hand injury sustained by Shakur Stevenson, he is unable to compete against Joe Cordina in the Bivol versus Beterbiev undercard at the upcoming Ride season event on October 12th. The WBC lightweight champion has undergone immediate surgery, and after a successful period of recovery, Stevenson is set to return early 2025. Hearn revealed that Stevenson tore a tendon in his knuckle during sparring. He has previously injured both hands in the Herwanga fight, and Stevenson and the promoter set out a hit list of Cordina, number one contender Williams Zepeda, and then the fight the fans want to see, a unification against Tank Davis. Whether or not the bout against the Welshman still stays as the first target will be rescheduled has remained to see. Shakur Stevenson is one of the most impressive talents in the sport by the number one of the least hittable fighters on the planet. His style has drawn criticism, though for a safety first approach, he has assured his fans that he will shine brighter against top opposition. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Actually, real quick, go ahead and see what Shakur has to say. On his post, he posts, God works in mysterious ways through the ups and downs. I'm steady, hungry, and motivated more than ever. 2025 gonna be my best year yet. Surgery went great, minor setback for a major comeback. Alright, so those are the words for Shakur Stevenson. Now, again, stuff like this happens. It is what it is, injuries are bound to happen. I don't necessarily think that Joe Cordina is a fight that anybody really wanted to see. So it's not like, we were anybody was like really just looking forward to this fight as opposed to like the main event, which is Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. So, it is what it is. It's nothing to be, stressed about. As far as Shakur, man, just go ahead and rest up the rest of this year and just come back with a hard 2025, bro. Like, Shakur has a point to prove, and it's crazy, being a 3-division champion unified in one of those weight classes, 130 super featherweight. He still has something to prove to his fans or whatnot, or to the fans in general, you know. And you know, who knows? I mean, Floyd Mayweather. Well, I think Floyd Mayweather was more offensively. He was more offensively aware than what Shakur is, and I've always stated that I don't think it's a fair comparison to compare Shakur to Pretty Boy Floyd, because Pretty Boy Floyd was more offensive than what Shakur is, but. You could compare him to Money Mayweather, even though I feel like Money Mayweather was still a little bit more offensively aware than Shakur is. But bottom line is, bro, look, if you're gonna hate his style, that's fine. I personally, I appreciate the slick fighters. Could he be more offensively? Could he have more offensive output? Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. The thing about it is, it might be a boring style, but people gotta understand, and I've always said this since the beginning of time. If you call yourself the best, then that means you have to be able to adapt to any style that's in front of you. Whether that person is not offensively aware, but whether he's, you know, if you're the best, you have to be able to get in front of any style and win and do your best. Now I hear people talk about how Shakur has pillow fisted or is pillow fisted and all that, but the reason why people gotta understand, and I understand that they don't realize this because they don't box, but coming from somebody who's been in this sport over half my life, that people look at somebody's record and they automatically feel like, well, because they don't have a lot of knockouts, then they must not hit hard, and that's not true at all. You know, some people just your style can have a lot to do with, you know, you not getting knockouts as well. Whereas you got somebody like Deontay Wilder or Tank Davis who can throw one punch and get you out of there. A lot of people don't have that one punch power or that one punch knockout power. But it's the reason why these guys are also just not running up on Shakur either when they're fighting, right? Or even like the likes of Devin Haney. Like, you guys gotta remember, you're still getting punched in the face by a grown man, and that you're gonna feel it. Like, regardless of how many knockouts they have, like, you're gonna feel it. Now, some hit harder than others. Some are have more of an offensive output, which can cause, you know, can lead to a knockdown, a knockout, or whatever. But regardless, you still have to respect a man's power. If they were punching like pillows, bro, people would just walk through them, and trust me, they wouldn't be where they're at. You have to have some type of fire behind your punch in order to, you know, keep guys off or whatnot. Now, I'm not saying Shakur is the hardest hitter by no means, but what I am saying is, like, you guys gotta understand it. Well, I mean, you guys don't get it because you guys never been in the ring. A lot of you guys never been in the ring, never been punched in the face or anything like that. But regardless, bro, look. Hopefully, after Shakur gets the surgery, you know, I'm pretty sure he'll have a little rehab or whatnot. Who knows, bro? Maybe he can come back, and I don't think, obviously, he's not gonna be like a Tank Davis, but maybe he'll be more, you know, offensively aware than, you know, what he has been doing recently, you know. And yeah, I'll even admit, yeah, some of his fights are hard to watch, and this is coming from a hardcore boxing fan, because I'm not gonna lie, but like his fight against Edwin De Los Santos, that was the first time I ever fell asleep on a boxing match. Now, granted, I had took some Dramamine earlier that day, and that had me sleepy or whatnot. So you know, that didn't help at all. But I'm just saying, that was the first time I ever fell asleep on a boxing match. I went to sleep in like the 9th round, and I woke up the 11th round or whatnot. So you know, it wasn't too entertaining. But at the end of the day, you know, he got the victory over a really good opponent. And he didn't want to make excuses, but it was rumored that he's had an injury. I wonder if this is a lingering injury that he has or had. So hopefully he makes a speedy recovery, and hopefully he's able to come back in a better fashion. And, you know, we'll see what Shakur has to offer, right? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. How do you think this injury impacts Shakur? But what do I know?